So the show's set in your hometown of Chicago. How much would you say the show lives sort of as a personality or a character of its own? How much of like Chicago life do you think is going to be portrayed in the show?
Bruh, I mean, the theme song, that's Crucial Conflict. You know, I'm from the west side of Chicago. That's their song. That's one of my favorite songs. Maybe I'm the only one that downloaded it. I don't know. But it's called The Circle because it's based off this spot we always hang out in the summertime called The Circle on the west side of Chicago. So like, to be able to get that song to be my theme song of the show, which is something I like. It's one of those, I don't know if anybody do that, but like, I love speaking stuff up most of the time to myself. Like I might hear a song like, man, if I ever get a show, that's gonna be the song, or you know, stuff like that. So like, that was already in my brain. Maybe like when I was like 23, that song would be on whatever show I ever had to be the theme. So it's just something cool about it. And even just to have the stepper set in there, you know, us in there stepping in it. Chicago is very present in this show, and specifically the west side of Chicago. I got everywhere I met by going on stage talking, telling those stories from being out west. And I think that's one of the great things about like comedy and just black people. Like even though we're all from different places all over the country, it's the same struggle. Some of the dialect is different, but not the struggle, not the situations. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're able to paint a picture, even though this is another city you may never lived in, you'll still get it. You know what I mean? So Chicago is gonna be very present throughout the series, man. And I'm excited about representing it. The bar, Francis Bar, is a real bar. You know, and the church, the exterior of the church is my uncle's. It's gonna be my uncle's church out with. So I don't even know if y'all gonna love it, but I know my family gonna be proud. You know what I mean?
So one of the obvious running gags of the episode was Monica and her loose boots. That was a source of very many laughs, obviously, and like I personally am a big fan of observational humor and just little things like that we all could laugh at because we get it, but you may not think at first to throw that into an episode of a comedy and keep coming back to it. So like, observational humor in general, is that something that you know took place in a lot of the writing? Are we gonna
Big fan of Seinfeld.
Right.
Big fan. I thought that, you know, even with Larry David and Curb Your Enthusiasm, like this, just that, you know, and that's me. This is like stuff that annoyed me for real. Like when I used to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, I related to Larry David, right? He's an older Jewish guy, but I'm like, I probably would have said the same thing if I was in that line or this lady cut me up. Like it would have been the same situation. So like every episode, it's fun because like, and these are my friends doing the show with me: Gerard, Kevin Barnett, Josh Rabinowitz. So they know what irritates me. And it's almost like sometimes I think in a room, they irritate me on purpose to write something. You know what I mean? Because I'll go on these rants about something I'm gonna know. Because loose boots, I called Josh from a plane. I saw this lady with these loose cowboy boots on. It was driving me crazy on the plane. It's a leg, she was sitting there doing stuff with the leg. And, you know, we had to put it in the script. So like, you know, read stuff like long purse straps. I got a whole philosophy about that. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a random.
My purse today has a long strap rail, so I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Hey, man, long purse straps say a lot about you. But that's my own thing. And I'm not gonna even tell you. I'm gonna let y'all watch the show. So it's a lot of little weird observational things that, you know, we tried to aim, to be honest with you, Martin and Seinfeld. I wanted to mesh those worlds together because, you know, one of the other things I love about Seinfeld and Martin was the characters. A lot of the characters Martin played, which is something I'm doing too, but also like in Seinfeld, they just had all these different characters in that community, in that world. And we're gonna do the same thing. Like, man, it is, we got some characters, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're watching TV, so stuff you're gonna see us watching on television, movies and certain television shows is different. It's like, this is what I made whatever show I want to watch.
Right.
So I hope y'all like it.